Yeah, we're ready.
right.
Fire away, guys.
Go ahead, Coach.
Oh, I'll just say, just so proud of my team. We've been resilient all year. We've battled all year. We've won games like that all year against a really good team. I got a ton of respect for Coach, his program, the year George Mason had. Watching them on film, this is an NCAA tournament team who could be winning games right now. There's no doubt in my mind when I watched the film. And, you know, we came in and had a great first half and just, you know, battled in the second half kind of. And they fought and showed championship heart like we knew they would at halftime. We talked about that. But we just made big shots in the second half. This young man played out of his mind for his team today, and we needed that. We needed that today, especially with losing Darius Hannah in the second half. We needed guys to step up and make plays, and we made just enough to hold on and hold the lead. So very proud of our team. Big win. I know they haven't lost many games here all year, so short turnaround, a lot of travel for us. So it was a great team win.
So George Mason had one of the top defenses, if not the top defense in the Atlantic 10 this season. In that first half, off the dribble, you were able to gain real estate. You were able to break them down, kick out, skip. Just how did that all, what actions were you running that allowed you to have that sort of success against this defense?
Well, you know, yeah, I know. We won't give them all up. That's right, Corey. No, he's funny. You got to get reversals on that. I think the ball's got to move side to side. You got to get them shifting and moving and create more switching. They're very good one-on-one defenders. They're big, they're long, they're old, as you guys know. But I thought getting ball reversals was huge. That was the emphasis of the day. Get them moving, try to get to our third attack. But we started to push the ball in transition. So my number one key offensively is first 8 seconds, last 8 seconds. First 8 seconds, let's hunt for threes. Let's go. Let's push it. Let's hunt. And then last 8 seconds, we better be able to execute what we want at the end of the shot clock and get another paint touch and kick if we can. And we did a fairly good job of that. I thought their press really slowed us down in the second half. They got more physical. They started pressing. It was hard to get back into our flow because they were taking so much time off the clock. So it was just kind of, the clock was our friend with the lead. And we just kind of, really just needed to hold on and get a few stops at key moments and make some big shots, and we were able to do that. And obviously Duke didn't have a great game, but he made that big three for us. It's typical Duke. Struggles all game, doesn't hesitate to make a big shot for us, and that was a big play too.
And you talked a little bit about the physicality. In the first half, honestly, you bludgeoned them on the boards.
Yeah.
Were you proud of your team, how you matched that physicality?
Yeah. And I think both teams were tired in the second half, to be quite honest. I mean, they fought. And we kind of got a little winded, it felt like. But very proud of the first half. I mean, we came in here, we executed. Other than the turnovers to start the game, we had too many turnovers to start the game, unforced. We really executed and did what we wanted to do, and I felt really good at halftime. But I knew they were going to come out and fight, and I think we got them down, 15 or 16. Then they started pressing and turned up, and we got a little hesitant there. We got in foul trouble. Big fella got in foul trouble. Darius went out. We lost one of our best players. But to come in here, we got one All Valley guy not playing, and then we lose another one in the second half. Just very proud of the guys.
They threw a number of different pressures at you.
Yeah.
You spread, you threw long. Talk about your guys eventually solving it. At first they were on their heels, and then they kind of figured it out, calmed down, and attacked.
Yeah. It takes we got a freshman point guard in there, Kwan. I got a sophomore in DeMar and Birch in there. I got a senior in Connor Dillon that's been injured all year and hasn't played a lot. So, I mean, we're, with that being said, I'm just proud of them because they held their composure. Christian Davis was phenomenal. Corey Thomas was phenomenal. I thought Meadow was really good other than when getting in foul trouble, and then he got, it affected him a little bit. But it was just a total team effort. Once we broke the press, we executed a few of our plays a little bit better. We screened a little better. Again, they're so good when you run ISO ball or just a ball screen. You got to get them moving side to side. And I thought for 25 to maybe 30 minutes we did that. But there was a 10-minute, 12-minute segment where we got stagnant, and that hurt us.
From the outside looking in, I haven't seen you this year. You guys are tall. Is
Yeah.
that abnormal for your league, or is everybody in your league this way?
I've always coached. If you watched our program, we like length, we like height. We're not the biggest team body weight wise. George Mason is big. But we're long. Now we have Meadow, we have Darius, we have Corey, we have, Timo, our freshman. I played another freshman, Timo, a lot of minutes today. So, I mean, it's just, I like length, I like size, but you also, in our league, it's a very high IQ, high feel league. And so skill's important. You have to be able to shoot the three, and, we were able to knock down some threes today, which is always big for us.
Thank you.
Coach, Mason was out without what he knew. He was one of their best wing defenders today. How much did it allow you guys to kind of, you talk about the reversal of the core stuff without, kind of a 6'9" big guard out there, mucking up that space?
Yeah, that's part of the game. I mean, we were in foul trouble the whole second half too, and we couldn't keep them off the free throw line in the second half. And you just got to manage. You got to have depth, and that's where this year, I think we've had 9 different leading scorers, right, Cody?
9.
I mean, we've had a lot of different leading scorers, and this guy has led us in scoring in a game earlier this year, and so we feel comfortable going to our bench. We have a lot of guys with some experience. We may be young, but they have experience this year in big games, and I thought that helped us today.
You're all just chill, old Dave.
Oh, we're knocking it all out.
Oh, I'm here. Okay.
What's
well,
up, Dave?
Nice shot.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, Coach. Do you just spin a big roulette wheel to see what name comes up for the Euro in these games? Because you have a lot of Euros, don't you?
We do, and this young man only played, under a minute last game. I probably took him out too early, and I told him that, and I told him though that we need him in this game. I knew we needed Corey in this game. We met the next morning, and he said he was going to step up for the team, and he really did, and that just shows his character. So you went from a Northern Alabama game where I thought the matchups playing smaller would be better for us to win, to playing George Mason where they're big at the 5 spot, where playing big would help us. And I told Corey, we're going to need you big in this game. This is a game your team needs you, and that just shows character. You're not holding over from the previous game and not playing, not mad, not frustrated. You come in, you have a great attitude, you keep working, and your opportunity comes, and he makes the most of it in a big game.
You're watching Duke hobbling. You lose Darius. Yannick has foul trouble. I mean, what's going through your mind as you try to thread the eye of the needle there from your shoes?
Just hang on. They keep it over a 2-possession game if we can. If we could keep it at a 3-possession game, that would have been big. But just figure out, hang on, try to get Christian the ball. He played really well. I thought Kwani, we were trying to get Kwani downhill to create a little bit more against their pressure and their switching in the second half. And, you just got to get stops. I mean, ultimately, we had enough of a lead where if we could just defend and keep them off the foul line, we could get some stops, and we were able to just get enough.
Team is long, as you always say, but it's also really deep. And I'm going to ask you about this guy because I love Christian Davis, and he delivers again for you today.
I mean, he's really stepped up with obviously Zeke not playing, and this tournament he's kind of shown he can maybe be a lead guy in our program, and I think that's great for him to show. Is like, hey, I can be that number 1 or 2 guy next year, because he's made every year he's really improved, and he showed it again tonight when he just does what he does and catch and shoot threes and cut and play with that motor defensively. He's really hard to guard, and he's a special player, and he showed it today.
Anything yet on Hannah?
No,
situation?
we'll get him. Obviously, we'll get him back and get him looked at by our team doctors ASAP, and then hopefully by Monday we'll know what happened.
All right, anything else?
And then finally, a tough situation in saying, falling short in that title game. Do you guys have a sense right now that you're proving, hey, we were an NCAA caliber team, belong there?
I don't know if we're proving it. I think what we've done speaks for itself, just like George Mason. I mean, unbelievable year in a great league. For the American League, the Atlantic 10 and the Missouri Valley to only get 1 team in, it says something maybe about the system a little bit. And I thought you saw 2 NCAA tournament type teams, competing today and laying it on the line against each other. And that's what it's all about. And if we're proving people that, I thought 27 wins is a lot, but we'll keep trying to win games and keep playing together. They are having fun in that locker room, I can tell you that.
Coach, Corey and Christian have combined 42 points out of your team 75. Can you just talk about their combined performance?
Well, they've both been telling me all year to get him the ball more and run more plays for him. So maybe they proved me, they made me look dumb as a coach for not getting them more touches and more plays for him, because they delivered today for their team for sure. And just super proud of them. High character guys, great guys. every coach says they got high character guys, but like I truly do, and I mean that with all my heart, and that's what they, you know, they came in here. Christian got going early, hit a few threes. This guy came in and made plays right away. And when he's locked in defensively, the offense always takes care of itself. When he's in defensively, I knew he was ready to play his first stint defensively. He was locked in and it was like flawless in his first stint. And that's when I always know, okay, Corey's ready to go. And the offense, he's an offensive player. But I love how he guarded too today.
Anything else for these two? All right, thanks guys.
Thank you.